け Gimme gimme power 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 今呼び覚ませ何度打ちのめされやっと初ぶ立ち上がれ
Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back for another Dragon Ball figure unboxing, and woo boy am I excited. Today we have a very special treat on our hands as sort of like a spiritual part 2 to the Broly video that we did last week. We have the champion figure Cheelai. That is right. Nakazawa brought us the very first prize figure of Cheelai, and boy am I excited of it. I'm actually really surprised, speaking of which, that is the case. It really surprised me that they haven't made at least another figure of her yet. Considering a lot of other characters, they've gone wild and made a bunch of figures of them. But Cheelai, this is our first like prize-sized figure, so I'm very excited for it. And a very good first as well, of course, coming from Nakazawa. If you watched the video last week, we talked about how this figure was made because the World Figure Coliseum happened. My boy, Hiroyuki Nakazawa, won the competition, and basically when they win, they get to make another figure and make it produced. And my man chose Cheelai, which is great, obviously, to pair with Broly. It's really funny, by the way, how light this box is compared to Broly. Like, I could wave this thing around. This is like... it's so light. I wish I could somehow show you that through the power of the internet, but it's very light. We do have the sticker there of authenticity. Very nice. This figure, excuse me, I'm getting too excited, is going to pair very well with Broly, I hope. Of course, we are going to compare the two. It is funny, I will say, on the box, right, they don't really give you a good size comparison. I know this wasn't their intention to do a size comparison. I have the Broly box right here, because... Look at this, bro. Wait, there we go. That's so weird. That's such a weird way to do a comparison. Again, I understand that they're trying to tell you, like, hey, oh, Broly and Cheelai, you know, they kind of like go together or whatever. But it's funny that they make one bigger and one smaller on each box. Even though that's obviously not really like proper size scaling, they're just trying to show you that for the sake of marketing. But it looks like they're trying to do size scaling, which is really funny. By the way, I don't think I've been showing the inside of boxes lately. This is what it looks like. It's basically the same on every Bam Presto figure. Basically just their contact information, which is cool though, because then if you want to get in touch with them about anything, you can. So it's nice that they give you that option. Look at how small this is compared to this. Like, it can fit my whole hand around this. Obviously, she's going to be a lot smaller. Oh, and she comes in one piece. Then Broly. Oh my gosh, she looks great. Now I will say, before I get into it, there was one strange thing that happened with this figure throughout production. I don't know if I'll be able to find images of this because it happened a while ago, so you might just have to take my word for it. If I can find images, obviously they'll be on the screen, but Cheelai's original images for her like product images, she was a little bit different of a hue overall. Her green skin is probably the most noticeable part about it, but her skin was a little bit lighter before, as well as just kind of the rest of her color palette. So it's kind of interesting to me that they chose to make it a little bit darker. It doesn't look bad by any means, but I did think that the original color palette kind of did look a little bit better. So I'm not exactly sure why they decided to go ahead and change that. But it's not the worst thing in the world. They have been many worse figure changes in the past. But we do have Cheelai right here. Wow, she actually stands up on her own. That's really cool. This is fantastic, by the way. They did a fantastic job with this figure, just looking at it here. Oh, that's kind of a shame that it's right on the back there, but that's not the worst thing in the world. 2018. We do have lots of nice stuff here. I love how they did the boots too. They did this with I think a Vegeta figure that we reviewed recently. I can't get a good focus. There we go. Basically, they put the leg inside the boot, so then it actually looks like they're wearing the boot rather than it just kind of being like painted on. But she looks fantastic. The Saiyan armor, the Frieza Force armor looks great. This bag also looks very nice. It kind of looks like the material that it feels like. Not like leather, but like a high-end sort of bag. Even the little like zipper thing looks fantastic, and you can even see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, there's sculpted detail into the zipper for little slashes, which is just like so much more detail than even is necessary, but you know, Nakazawa's the GOAT. We do have the face here, which looks fantastic. We do have those nice pink eyes, and the Scouter looks great. It looks like it is just sitting on her head, and I love the way that they have the clear plastic there. She looks great. This is kind of funny too, because you can just display the figure like this, right? But if you notice, there's a little hole here, and you did see before that we did pull out this blaster. Is that a paint scratch? Again, not Nakazawa's fault. That would be Bandai's fault, unfortunately. Hopefully that's not on the side that's going to be showing, but the blaster looks nice. It's sculpted how you would expect it to be. It's very round, because obviously it's just like a space blaster. Space warrior. Let's see. How does it look on the box? Like that. Okay. So let's, where did it go? I lost it. It goes, oh, I see. So it can either just be like she's pointing, or it's also like she's about to pull the trigger. I see. Oh, and that's actually a real, wow. That fits very, very nicely in there. Thankfully, the red is actually on the other side, so I don't really have to worry about it. But can you like turn this at all? No, not really. That's really good actually, because then it fits how the figure is intended to fit. That's very, very cool. I wonder why they didn't just put that on her coming out of the box. Like, I don't know why that just wasn't part of the sculpt. Maybe because A, they just wanted a little bit of variety where you could just take the blaster out if you wanted to. And then also maybe they were afraid that it would get broken because it's, you know, it'd just be in her hand and then the top part would break off. I don't know. Kind of an interesting choice, but it does not look bad by any means. It doesn't even really look like she's holding it. Like, if I saw that in first glance, I don't think I would think that that is a separate piece. Yeah, that looks really good with the finger too. It looks like she's about to hold the trigger, press the trigger. She's kind of like taunting, like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna not? That looks very, very nice. Also too, this is a really, really cool addition to this. We do have this small stand here, which does still have the Bam Presto World Figure Coliseum insignia, as well as the Since 2011 on it. But what's really cool about this is that it's smaller, right? If we see, I'll give you a little sneak peek. We're not going to take a look at Broly yet, but his base, right, is, wait, let me get a better angle for you. His base is very, very much bigger than Cheelai's base. So as you can see, they did a great job with that too, because then that means that they actually took into consideration, hey, maybe we don't need a giant base for this figure, because maybe it's fine with a small one. This is another one. Oh no, actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, this is a figure where you're gonna have to stretch it out a little bit, because sometimes they do that, which is kind of unfortunate. And that's actually a very easy fit there. I just like to kind of press it down to make sure that it's good. Nice. That's a solid figure right there. I will say, when it comes to figures in general, I'm not always kind of about, I don't know how to really describe it to you, but it's sort of just like this one piece, like small look-ish type of thing. But I will say, I feel like it works fantastic for Cheelai. I think they did a great job with her. Let me show you as well now, her next to Broly. Funny enough, they don't scale really well at all. I understand to an extent, because obviously Nakazawa is kind of, you know, infamous for these sizes of figures, so I don't know if he really is comfortable making other sizes. I don't know necessarily on that factoid, but even though they don't scale well together, they do look very, very nice together. That actually looks really, really cool with one in the foreground and one in the background. I couldn't think of my technical terms there. That actually looks really, really good. But it looks like Broly's about to like come from behind Cheelai and like fly forward and just start destroying face. But that's really, really cool. Again, she looks great. I will say the detail on Broly is like a lot more, but I feel like that's just because obviously he has more like human skin, right? So it kind of makes sense, because obviously Cheelai just has the smooth green, but I think she looks great. Let's compare it to some other Broly figures as well. I'm gonna grab the ones that we used for the last video just because they are sitting here. We do have the full par Broly. Wow, that actually looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie. I will say, the only unfortunate thing, again, this Broly in particular kind of looks more like the Dragon Ball Z Broly, so he looks a little bit weird, but this is still a very good dangerous duo type of little pose here. That actually looks really, really good. Maybe I will pose them like that. I don't know. I didn't even think to do that. I sort of just thought of that when putting them there. Here is, oh, this might actually be a good one too. Super Saiyan Broly. Wow, that actually works pretty well too. What if we, ooh, Bro, Cheelai stand? Yo, added some JoJo memes in there. That's fantastic. Oh, that's so funny. Yo, Cheelai stand, Broly Platinum. That's really, really funny. I like that a lot. Yeah, these two look great together too. I just think, honestly, Cheelai will probably pair pretty well with any Broly figure that you have. Broly's poses are so dynamic in most of his figures that, you know, it's pretty easy to pose her. And since her pose is pretty simple, she works extremely well with most other figures. We also do have the Nakazawa World Figure Coliseum Goku that we also took a look at last time. I will say, I think this is definitely something that he's probably taking into consideration, because if you take a look here, right, the stands, this big stand ain't necessary for Goku, right? And you can see that Cheelai is not like the exact same size. She's definitely a little bit lighter than Goku, but they're around the same like slimness, right? So I definitely think that going forward, they could use sizes like this for the bases rather than sizes like this, because this is unnecessary and this just takes up way too much space on the shelf. Then you can't put as many figures on your shelf and that's no good. But I think that they could probably take that into consideration for next time, because honestly, this would be perfect. I would say I would try putting Goku on here, but he actually has 2 pegs for this one, so it wouldn't really work that well. But they look good together pretty well too. Again, Cheelai looks a little bit bigger because she's scaled differently. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really, really like this Cheelai figure. I'm very happy that the first prize Cheelai figure that we got is from your boy Nakazawa, because that means it's that high quality, bro. If you would like to pick this figure up, of course, link in the description below to some places you can pick them up. I got them from Tokyo Taco Mode for 20 bucks. But if you would like to buy them, I would very much appreciate if you would pick them up from it's EM, okay? From the Amazon link in the description. If you do, I get a small little bit of a cut with no extra cost to you, which is fantastic. And honestly, I really recommend this figure if you're a fan of Cheelai or Cheelai and Broly and all of that. I mean, look at her. She looks great. Anyhow, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. I'm going to get you out. Peace.